Hello YouTube, it's eNewTobby. This is the computer I kind of finished building the other day. I've got to add a few things real quick to it, so I'm going to throw it in on this video. This is a Mini Itx Phanteks Evolv Shift. Right now it's running a Ryzen 1600x, water-cooled CPU, all the more cooler. It's the Corsair H80i V2, I think. So I'm going to take the front off and just let you see what it looks like. I can do it here. That. And that's sort of the way it looks right now. Could do some better work on that tie strap right there. I think it's the stress of the cables actually pulling it more, but that's okay. I can work with that. I've got to tie in a fan splitter right here so I can get both fans running good. I got the Corsair HD 120s running on this. I've got Corsair SP120 down here in the bottom. So what I'm going to do is go through and actually just do that fan wiring install real quick and then power it up, let you see what it looks like. Flip around, do a few views from the back. I just got an RX 460 in the back of it because I don't have an extra card. Just stick it in there. I want to do a 1070, so I had a 460 laying around, so I put that in there. The lighting's not that great right now, so just bear with me on that. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. Tilt this down. Hopefully, let's see if we can get it to tilt down, so you can see that. And it's a nice case overall, but it's really a pain to build in. I mean, you really have to plan, you know, what you want to work with in this case and how you want to do it. I mean, I had to pull all the wiring for the power supply completely back out after I did it. So, you know, not the easiest thing in the world to do. So I'm hoping this fan splitter is going to work. I got the right ones. Let's order them off Amazon. Cable matters. So we'll see. Looks like it's going to work. Let's see here. Looks like it's going to work. Whether or not I can make it work would be something completely different, but alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pause here. I'm going to come back, do a little bit better angle on here so you can see what I'm doing, and do this real quick, and then we'll power it up. Okay? Thanks. Alright, so I got it kind of where I want to go right now. So pretty much the last thing to do is these fans right here. I've got some of them already done, set up, and everything's wired. The problem is the motherboard has really like 2 chassis fan headers, and it got some other things taking up those headers. So I got the splitter. Hopefully we can make this work without too much trouble. Just want to make it look neat. That's the thing. So really that should be all there is to it. Now, like I said, the cable management on this thing is not the easiest in the world now. So if you go into building in this case, please expect some issues if you don't plan it out. I mean, it's going to be one of those situations where yeah, I'm gonna just throw this in and this in, I think I'll make it work. No, that's not gonna happen. My recommendation is, if you're gonna use the Corsair SF power supplies, do not use the cable that come with it. I bought some Corsair cables, premium, that are like the braided, corded kind. They're easier to maneuver through here and work through here. You can look in there and see all the, I mean, you got the 24 pin, I've got fan wires, I've got wires for the RGB on the RAM. I mean, it's everything stuck through here, which is, I mean, you can hide it behind there, but it's, you know, it's not the easiest thing in the world to make look as neat as you can. And basically what I'm gonna do is try to stuff it in there, you know, without it looking too terrible. Is it gonna look the best in the world? Probably not. And it's probably because of the splitters. I wonder, it blocks the RAM. I wonder if I just stick it down here, and then maybe it's not so noticeable. It's supposed to be magnetic. Now you got these little pieces right here. I'm just kind of like jamming it in there, so hopefully I don't screw anything up. See, that's your problem right there. You got so much stuffed in there. Now you got to try to push the 24 pin in. I really think I can get it. The USB 3.0 plug doesn't help anything. Still hitting on something right there. That's probably it right there. It's hitting. There we go. So that should be it right there. What I do want to do is I want to tie this down, and really I kind of just rigged this up here. So I'm kind of using the tie down spot here and on the SSD tray, because I only put one SSD in the bottom, a Radeon SSD down here. So what I'm going to do is kind of bend this over. Yeah, I think I did two, didn't I? I think that's what you got to do to make it work. Yeah, pretty sure that's it. Sometimes you have to rig this stuff up if you want it to not be all in the way. I'm kind of hoping the camera doesn't dial me either, so let's see what would be the best way to do this. You know, you never know how hard this stuff is until you're trying to do it on a camera, right? And it might be better to actually just run right through here. That might be the better way to go. Like right there. And tie it like that. Right. Let's see. Is it gonna work? Yep. So that's that. Cut that. Case should be all done. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna hook it, put the case back on, power it up, and let you get a quick view of it with some fancy music and all that YouTubey stuff. So, okay, hope you enjoyed this. I'll just give you a few stats here. It's AM4, ASRock B350, Ryzen 1600x, the GEIL RGB RAM, Corsair Fans, Corsair H80, the CPU cooler, Corsair SF power supply, and then I've got a 460 in here. It's an ASUS 4GB that I had laying around, which you can sort of see it through the case right there. There's nothing special for it. Just wanted to put something in there, and that's really all it's for. So let me put the case on, power it up, and then I'll do some shots of it. All right.